All right, so let's get the cab set up. Master keys in. Technology AWS. Get the doors open. Instrument lights are on. Headlights and markers. I guess that's normal. Let's take a look. Sure. Right off the bat, I do like the way this unit looks. It's really shiny, but still feels like it's got like some rustic feel to it. It's the 165. These ladies matching skirts. 2-car set, I believe. It's a 2-car set for all 3 branches. As we take a look at the outside of the station. As you can see, Marlow. It's pretty cool. Looks good. I mean, people were expecting a whole lot more from this DLC, but it's 3 quick branches. Like, what more could you want? But we can get the doors closed. Actually set up for a flyway. 25 leaving. As we look at the National Rail sign for Marlow Station. Applying power. I have noticed that the Sims look a lot different than the rest of the game. Don't know if that's an Incredible Trains design, but it looks a whole lot different than the rest of the game. So, but we got up to 25 here. Quick little DLC release day stream. Or video, I should say. My original plan was to stream this on Sunday as part of a pack with the Great Western Express. But 2 people I respect very highly suggested I just make it a video and do something else. So we are doing this today. 2.2 miles to Bourne End. And I actually want to hop outside so we can get some fresh air and look at this nice exterior shots. That pole looks kind of sick. Lots of vegetation. Some football fields. Very nice, very nice. Loving the GWR green as well. .165 is nice. Don't really play the 166 version enough. But the line speed drops down to 10 in 1.1 miles. Not sure if this has announcements, but I feel like all the newer DLCs should have announcements, so we'll see in a little bit. 1.5 miles to Bourne End. Let's start braking here. 0.8 miles to a drop down to 10. One thing I wish these DLCs did have was a passenger's cab camera. I mean, you get one in Classic, and we had no Sims in those, and there's plenty in these. So I don't understand why we can't get a passenger's camera in Train Sim World. Maybe that'll be the new feature in 7 in about a month. But all of the actual videos I've seen of these routes for the Thames branches, I have enjoyed watching. And though I'm just starting now with this Marlow line, I'm still liking it. Have not seen anything change my mind yet. So far, the brakes are very quick. So that's something I'm gonna have to get used to. One mile to Bourne End. We'll hop out real quick again. And is this the River Thames over here? It's pretty cool. Covered by trees. Or is it to the right here? I think it's to the right. Dropping down to 10 miles an hour here. As we are 0.8 miles to Bourne End. Don't really know much about this area, but as you guys know, I am a big fan of scenery. And from what I've seen, there is plenty of scenery on these routes. So I should enjoy myself. As we pass by some houses, looks like a guy sitting on a bench having a picnic by himself. Two guys playing on another house. Haven't seen any regattas yet, or boats, but we're just getting started. A lot of activity in these houses, and it doesn't look like they're just standing still either. It looks like they're physically moving. So just looking at the detail, we have birds flying. That's new. Got the boats over there, off the river. Pretty cool so far. As we are pulling into Marlow. Excuse me, Bourne End.
This train terminates. Please take all your belongings with you. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train. On behalf of the on-train crew, thank you for travelling with Great Western Railway. We wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey.
Okay, so there you have it. I do like the graffiti on the wall over there. Line speed drops to 15 as we pass this street level crossing. The colors, I would say, are rich in texture. Like it's got some deep colors. Like nothing looks washed out. I'm loving the look of the vehicles because, you know, I'm so used to playing classic and all the cars are pretty much ancient looking. So it's nice to actually notice a fresh look for the vehicles. But this is Bourne End. Doors should be opening on the left. I'm not sure if I need to switch ends and actually head the opposite way, but we'll see in a minute. I'll acknowledge that. As we get the brakes on here. Looks like this service is leaving. Lots of people waiting on a platform for such a quick line. I just wish they would be a little more consistent with this. Alright, doors opening on the left. Let's hop out.
Great Western Railway service from Marlow. This train will terminate here.
Nobody getting on? Okay. There we go. As you can see, a nice wide shot of Bourne End Station. Pretty cool National Rail sign there. Cute little small in-between station. I do like the new outfits that these Sims are wearing. Different touches from the normal NPCs that we normally get for these DLCs. We're 4 minutes late. We'll get the doors locked. Quick little run. Again, wasn't really expecting too much, so you know exactly what I was getting. One stop. Marlow to Bourne End. Would have liked to have seen the token system, but we have plenty of opportunity for that in the future. Okay, so here we are, Henley-on-Thames. We'll get the cab set up. Insert the master key. Acknowledge. Dim the lights on. Probably got to do this over here. There we go. Put those in the day. We'll get the doors open. take a look at the surrounding areas. Do you like the little bike rack park over here? It's got a neat looking circle of benches. Details looking good to me. Those are some really small cars, man. There's no way I could fit in those. Nice big car park. Houses look cool. This kind of reminds me of California. Let's look at the livery. Looks nice and shiny. So far, so good. I do like the sign. Very British from what I remember. Which reminds me I have to actually get an Oyster card before I come out there. But we can get the doors closed. There's no guard buzzer on this one. We have the road.
The next station is Shipley. This is a Great Western Railway service to Twyford.
Shiplake's next. In 1.8 miles. And we get up to 50 here. Downhill gradient of 0.3%. We'll hop outside for a little bit. I do like the flying birds. Look at some of the scenery. Got a little carousel over there. And also, I have no frame of reference because I've never been. So I will leave it to you guys to comment. Nice little park here. This kind of reminds me of Hyde Park. 1.5 miles. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Hyde Park, which I absolutely love. The birds are a really good touch. I do like the birds. If you've been to this part of the route, just let me know what you guys think. Does it look accurate to you guys? I think it looks good. Another key feature of this route, or routes I should say, with the season change, the fields change. Drop out an audio there. But let's hop back in. .7 miles to Shipley. I will say this. The trees are not behaving like the other routes. Like, you don't see any changing of the trees as you get closer to them. Acknowledge. Like, everything looks crisper. There are no blurry textures that I've noticed so far. This livery actually sounds pretty smooth.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Approaching Shipley, 500 yards. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. You guys know me. I love me a nice long journey, but everything doesn't have to be fast. For the price, I think this was worth it. You talk about $20 American for me, as opposed to £14.99 for you guys in the UK. And if you think about it, it's roughly, for me, $5 a route. Plus you get a loco. So you get a brand new loco as well. That's what people are also forgetting. So far I am liking this. Alright, doors opening on the right.
1 for the 0641 Great Western Railway service to Twyford, calling at Wargrave and Twyford.
I mean, I was going to complain about them not getting on the train, but they eventually got on. Alright, getting the doors closed here. Sorry, lady. You take your lunch pail and go back the other way. Okay, Wargrave is next. .9 miles.
The next station is Wargrave. This is a Great Western Railway service to Twyford.
Line speed drops to 30. Just over 800 yards. .8 miles to Wargrave. 0.3% uphill gradient. I kind of feel like I want to hop out just so we can see this. My first looks at this route. I want to see what we have to offer here. I do like these really quick branch line routes, which is the reason why I did like a whole branch line thing the other day. Like, I think this is really unique and individual. Backing off on the power here. Didn't mean to hit the brake so hard. Assuming this is the River Thames. Catch boats. Water looks a little meh, but I won't be too critical with that. We don't play the game and look at water. But this is Wargrave. Doors should be opening on the left. Just trying to get used to the braking on this unit. Haven't really played the 165 too much.
This is Wargrave. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Twyford. The next station is Twyford.
Okay, so Twyford's next. We'll hop out, set up a flyaway. These platforms are really long for a 2-car set. If you guys have any info on why these are so long, that would be cool.
Alright, we'll get the doors closed here. Alright. And applying some power. Really shiny. Alright, Twyford's next. Let's actually look at the unit. Didn't request a co-pilot, but nice to see you. Look at the GSMR. Nothing new. We'll register that. This kind of looks a little sketch. I do like the weathering on the bottom of the panel here. Everything else just looks like a 165. Speed limit drops to 25 and 0.6 miles, so we'll just get a little braking in here. Windows open. Oh, excuse me, doors open. Thought there was a window. And also it didn't cause a automatic braking. Which is weird. Line speed drops to 25 here, 500 yards, as we approach Twyford. Signals look bright, easy to read. 0.6 miles to Twyford. I'm really impressed with how the trees look. Not that they look that much special, it's just they're not adjusting as the tile loads as in previously with the releases. Milton Keynes a crew, like you can notice it every 2 seconds. I am impressed with that. Like, I'm seeing no loading whatsoever. I don't know if it's because of the size of this map or if he's actually done something different than normal, but I am impressed with that. Acknowledge that.
We are now approaching Twyford, where this train terminates. Please take all your belongings with you. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train. On behalf of the on-train crew, thank you for travelling with Great Western Railway. We wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey.
Thank you. That's usually my line. We are 350 yards away from Twyford. Line speed drops to 10, 140 yards. I'm just letting it coast. 1.5% gradient up. And I'm going to hop out for this last bit. I really do like the vegetation, and so far I'm seeing a lot of car parks on this thing. But this is Twyford. think this looks good. I really do. Doors will be opening on the right. As you can see, an HST. This is Twyford. Doors opening on the right. Minor gap leaving the train. We'll hit the stop marker.
Service on Henley-on-Thames. This train will terminate here.
So far looks good to me. I am happy with the purchase. Alright, we'll get the doors closed. And that was the Henley-on-Thames run out to Twyford. Okay, so here we are in Windsor. We'll get the cab set up. Insert the master key. Verses and forward. Acknowledge AWS. Instruments on. We'll get the doors open. And we'll get the headlights on. Okay. Hop outside, take a look at the area. Actually, I'm going to switch to the number 8 camera so we can get nice and high. As you can see, we're sitting up a little bit today. Starting off on the viaduct. Windsor Castle in the back over there. Let's see how far we can go. Wow, that is really, really close. Airplanes flying by. Nice touches, nice touches. Would have been cool if we can actually see inside Windsor Castle. Me personally, I've never been. Some more car parks here. And let me know if you guys have been to this area, if this looks accurate. Assuming this is the River Thames. Some nice touches, I feel. Everything doesn't have to be exactly perfect. But we are ready to depart now. I don't know what's going on there. That first car is just getting beat up. But we'll get back in the train here. Get the doors closed. I actually go set up for a flyway. We'll come down. I like low shots. As you see the car park. And applying power. Heading up the Slough. She's empty today. Speed limit increases to 35 here. vegetation. So far, I'm really enjoying these runs. As you can see, the speed limit increases to 50. Some massive football fields over there. I'll hop back in and pay attention. 1.8 miles to Slough. Uphill gradient of 0.2%. Looks like we passed over a motorway. Not sure which one it is. I'm sure you guys can let me know in the comments. Are those cows? Just fields. There's a lot of grain on this run. A lot of grain. It's nice though, I like it. Pretty sure this is an actual motorway. This is probably the River Thames. Not sure. Again, I've never been, so. Here's the motorway with the real sign. Can't get to. So far, I'm liking this DLC. 0.9 miles to Slough. As the line speed drops to 30 in just about 900 yards, excuse me. 0.7 miles to Slough. Back up on the power here. And start step one braking. There are people out there who just always want to bring negativity and look for the bad parts in anything instead of just enjoying things. Like I've been seeing people online just bashing this before it even came out. Just give it a shot. Look at it. Let people see it before you actually just start criticizing how bad a product is. From everything I'm seeing, there's no need to be bashing this thing. I think it's a really well put together group of small branches.
We are now approaching Slough.
It's just what it is. Branches. It's not like it's a giant main line. It's more content for us to play. That's how I look at it.
On behalf of the on-train crew, thank you for travelling the Great Western Railway.
But this is Slough.
We wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey.
.400 yards. Should be diversion to the right. We'll hop out once we get into the platform. Lots of car parks in this. We'll take a look at Slough. I would love the route hop, but so much more I want to do with this. Alright, this is Slough. Doors opening on the left. does look different than the GWE to me. I'm not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing, but just noticing there are differences between like Twyford and Slough. As you can see, the route hopping point up here. But this is Slough. Please mind a gap when leaving the train. We'll hop out here and take a look at the surrounding areas. We got a fresh coat market over here. Nice little pink bus in Thames Valley. I remember Johannes being asked if this was a two-way street, and he couldn't remember. But yeah, it looks like a two-way street, especially if that's a bus stop. Cars can't go around you. But I think this looks good. You even have people waiting at the bus stop. That's cool. As we look at the main line over here. I wish there was some traffic, but pretty sure it's limited. I think this looks really good, in my honest opinion. First looks. First play, first looks really good. Slough actually looks like a really huge station to me. I don't think I felt that way on Classic or flying by and flying Cucumber on GWE, but I think Incredible Trains has done a wonderful job with this. We'll get the doors closed. All right, and that was Windsor to Slough. Nice and quick. So far, I'm enjoying it. 11 minutes, 2.7 miles. Not bad. Let's hop back into the menu. Back in the Thames Branches. We'll look at a scenario. I think we'll do the regatta day. Actually, we'll start with Wedding Bells. Nice and quick. Head back out to Windsor. Here we go.
It's a historic day in Windsor, as a royal wedding at Windsor Castle draws visitors from across the country. Crowds are gathering in their thousands, and the railway is playing a vital role in getting everyone to the celebrations. You'll be operating a busy shuttle service between Slough and Windsor and Eton Central in a Class 1 6-5. With packed platforms and tight turnarounds, precision and punctuality will be key. Keep things moving and help deliver a smooth service on this very special occasion.
Okay, so we got our briefing. Let's insert the master key. Set the headlights to day. Set the reverse to the forward. And get the doors unlocked. As you see, a service just left. 15 miles leaving the platform here. I'm actually going to get my instrument lights on. as we can lock the doors. All right, 2.1 miles to Windsor and Eton Central. So tell me what you guys think so far. Have you been playing this? Is this something that you would want to play in the future? Is this something you would like to see streamed in the future? Let me know in the comments. As you can see, we're getting up to 50 here. You guys didn't tell me to put on my safety systems, but thank you. Alright, safety systems are on. 2 miles to Windsor. We get up to 50. Uphill gradient of 0.1%. 1.9 miles to Windsor and Eton Central. I am loving the vegetation on these quick routes. I am loving the wildlife as well. Seeing birds flying, flowers stuck in the tracks over here. 1.5 miles to Windsor and Eton. Back off on the power a little bit. Hoping to see some regattas and some boats in the river. I'm loving seeing the planes flying as well. Makes me kind of feel like I'm home, being that I'm from New York, and planes fly over everything basically here. Heading out to Queens. 1 mile to Windsor and Eton. Loving the change in colors with the pink and the yellows. Nothing looks like it's just generic. And I'm pretty sure there will be some flaws, but nothing that I would complain about. So far, this is absolutely breathtaking. 0.7 miles to Windsor and Eton Central. Downhill gradient of 0.2%. Just gonna back up off the braking here. Just let it coast naturally. Acknowledge. Line speed drops to 35 in 100 yards. Approaching Windsor and Eton. We should be getting some announcements pretty soon. I do like this bridge. It looks pretty cool. As we cross over the River Thames. And you can see Windsor as we cross on this viaduct to our final destination. Line speed drops to 15. 200 yards. Cool little park over there. This is Windsor and Eton. Doors should be opening on the left. Nice quick little scenario. Alright, this is Windsor. Please mind the gap leaving the train.
The Windsor Branch may be short, but it carries a long history. Windsor and Eton Central was once a much larger station, with multiple platforms serving a range of destinations. Today, only a single platform remains in use. Services are now operated as a shuttle between Slough and Windsor, running every 20 minutes, keeping a steady flow of passengers moving to and from the town.
Okay, and we'll set the lights to tail. And we will switch the reverser to off. And pull the key up. I'm sitting in the driver's seat. If you mean I have to switch to the other end, let's do so. Okay. I didn't close that door, did I? Okay. No, not the reverser. Just change the headlights. Kind of feel like that was backwards. Doors are closing. Alright, next stop is Slough. As we head back to Slough. .1 miles to Slough. We get to 15 here, 0.4% downhill gradient. So we'll back up off the power here. And I gotta set up the safety systems again. I don't know why that's not mentioned. But it is what it is. Won't knock it. Would love to get a really cool shot with this turn that we are currently coming up to, with the bridge at Windsor in the background. I think that would be a hell of a thumbnail. But we get up to 35 here. We're 2.2 miles to Slough. Downhill gradient of 0.7%. As the line speed increases to 50 miles an hour in 300 yards. As we pass over the River Thames in this really cool looking bridge. Line speed increases to 50. 2-car unit, so shouldn't have to wait too long. Acknowledge. 1.8 miles to Slough. Not quite sure what those white X's on the blue board are. If you guys know, just let me know in the comments. Do like the difference in colors here. I feel like they probably could have went with some blue flowers as well. I think that would add a nice little punch to it. Just going off of my aesthetic beauty. I'm a big fan of aesthetic. First impressions, I really am enjoying playing this. A lot of people say there's not much to do on it, but so far I'm enjoying it. Just under a mile to Slough. Line speed drops down to 30 in 700 yards. 0.6 miles to Slough. Uphill gradient of 0.2%. And now we are downhill gradient of 0.1% as we approach Slough. back up off the power here as we hit the curve. Joining us to the main line. Guessing the track to the left is a turnaround point.
Where this train terminates. Please take all your belongings with you. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train. On behalf of the on-train crew, thank you for travelling the Great Western Railway. We wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey.
Okay, line speed drops to 15 as we enter Slough. .340 yards as we approach the main line. Let's hope we can see some traffic. I realize the main line does not connect to these branches, but would have been nice to have some flying cucumbers here and there. But this is Slough. Doors will be opening on the left. Thank you for riding with King Kaye Games. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Watch your step leaving the train.
With the celebrations in full swing and the crowds safely delivered, your duties on the Windsor Branch are complete. Despite the busy conditions and constant flow of passengers, you've kept the shuttle running smoothly on this historic day. Well done.
All right, you heard the lady. Well done. And that was Wedding Bells in Windsor. Nice little quick scenario. Would have been nice if we actually had like cutaway shots. I realize we're playing a train game. I'm just saying what would have been cool. But that was nice and quick. 20 minutes. Total distance driven, 5.4 miles. And I walked 106 yards. It's the most steps I've gotten in Train Sim World in quite a long time. All right, we'll hop back into scenarios. We'll do one more. Let's see. We just did a Windsor run. How about we do a regatta?
It's a busy day on the Henley Branch as visitors flock to the famous Henley Royal Regatta. We're departing Twyford with a strengthened Class 1 6-5 service, heading towards Henley-on-Thames. Expect heavy passenger numbers and busy station stops along the way. Keep a close eye on your timings and ensure a smooth run as you carry crowds to one of the country's most prestigious riverside events.
Okay. You're the briefing. Alright, so insert the master key and set it to unlock. Okay. We'll set the headlights today. Put the reverse in forward. We'll get the doors unlocked. And before they even ask me about my safety systems, I'm just going to get those up. I feel like the safety systems should be done first. .25 leaving the platform here. And we'll get the doors closed.
The Henley Royal Regatta is one of the world's most famous rowing events held annually on the River Thames. Dating back to 1839, it attracts top crews from across the globe, competing along the straight stretch of river lined with spectators. Beyond the racing, it's a major social occasion, drawing thousands of visitors to Henley-on-Thames each summer, all eager to enjoy the atmosphere both on and off the water.
That's definitely not Johannes. I wonder who he got to do the voicing. Next stop is Wargrave. Applying some power here. 25 leaving. Uphill gradient of 0.1%. 1.7 miles to our next stop. I don't believe that's our red. No, that's not our red. Almost forgot this was a 2-platform station. Alright, line speed increases to 50 in 270 yards. As we see some more green. I honestly would love to know what his thinking was when he picked the Thames Branches as a route. From what I understand, he is German. But he's already giving us one, I will say one whole route, but it's not officially a whole route, which is why we're getting the extension, and 3 branch lines. You would think he would have given us some German content. Maybe that's in the future, but so far I am loving this thing. As I said, everything doesn't have to be high speed and long runs. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And so far from what I see, these 3 quick branch routes are pretty good, pretty decent. Some nice touches. Again, not everything is going to be perfect. There are going to be some things wrong with these routes, these 3 branches, but overall, I think it's well put together. I also wouldn't be surprised if it was rushed out so they can get it out before TSW7 comes, which we all know is coming in about a month. It will be announced. Most likely. 0.7 miles to Wargrave. Uphill gradient of 0.1%. As the line speed drops to 30 in 0.7 miles. 750 yards to Wargrave.
We are now approaching Wargrave. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
.500 yards to Wargrave. Here's Wargrave. Doors opening on the right. And that step 1 braking really brakes a lot. Just looking at the meter here. And these platforms are really long. Clouds look a little funny. I'm sure that has nothing to do with the route, though. It's probably a core feature. Stopping at the stop car marker. There we go.
This is Wargrave. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Twyford. The next station is Shiplake.
Shiplake's next. Get the doors closed here.
A distinctive part of the Henley Royal Regatta is its tradition of dress. Visitors and competitors alike often arrive in formal attire, with many wearing brightly coloured blazers that represent their rowing clubs. These striking jackets, each with their own unique patterns and colours, add to the regatta's unmistakable atmosphere along the riverbank.
Okay, and 0.9 miles to Shiplake. So as you guys know, it's been really hot lately in the UK as well as over here. Today it has cooled down significantly. When I actually went to work this morning, there were all sorts of floods on the highways, motorways. And it took me an hour and 20 minutes to get to work. As the day went on, as the line speed drops to 30 here, as the day went on, we were hit with a series of tornadoes, which is very uncommon for this area. But we had a whole bunch of alerts sent to our phones telling us not to travel until a certain time, which was really weird because once I got outside, it was like nothing ever happened. Nothing was wet, no flooding, nothing. So I don't know what happened there.
Between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
But this is Shiplake. Downhill gradient 0.3%, 500 yards. Step 2 break in here. This is probably another long platform. Back off a little bit. This run actually reminds me of, that's a cool sign, the Abbey Flyer. Off of the West Coast Main Line. I wish we could get one of those as a branch line as well. Anything off the West Coast Main Line, you know I love, so.
This is Ship Lake. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Twyford. The next station is Henley-on-Thames.
And that's a flashing white. I believe Plums told me that means street level crossing, though I don't see it all the time. But we'll get the doors closed here. I'll give a little toot toot on the way out. .8 miles to Henley.
The next station is Henley-on-Thames. This is a Great Western Railway service to Twyford.
We get up to 50 here. Downhill gradient 0.1%. Going full beans here. I would actually like to do a nighttime run to see what the lighting looks like with all the vegetation here. Acknowledged. 1.2 miles to Henley-on-Thames. .1 mile to Henley. We are in the Thames branches. This is day 1. This is release day, and I am actually enjoying this. Step 2 break in here as we approach Henley-on-Thames.
We are now approaching Henley-on-Thames.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
So far, I am a fan of Incredible Trains. His work is looking really good to me. As we see another massive car park to the left here. I usually try to approach the platforms about 15. When it's a terminal anyway. If it's a through platform, maybe a little bit faster, less risk of crashing. you can overshoot a through platform. But you hit those bumper guards on a terminal platform, it doesn't look too good. It's definitely tea and biscuits.
This is Henley-on-Thames. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Twyford. The next station is Shipley.
And for some reason I can't move anymore. So we'll open them here. You guys are gonna have to walk. Set the headlights to tail as these guys walk towards me. Make sure the reverser isn't off.
The next station is Shipley. This is a Great Western Railway service to Twyford.
And that's a lot of people with funny looking dresses and ugly blazers. Wow. Alright, we're switching ends here. Closing the door this time. See you later, John. Talk to you soon. Excuse me. Gotta remember where I parked my car. That's my car right there. Oops. Yeah. We'll walk through the doors here. I actually get to look at the interior of this 165. Looks like ironing board seats. Oof. Let me know in the comments if these seats are horrible, like they look. We'll get the door closed. Alright, safety systems are already set up. Okay, we'll do it your way. Probably would have made sure the train was on first. And we'll get the doors open. Actually, the doors are already open. We'll get the doors locked. How about that? There's definitely something going on here. No, it's not DRA. I have to hop on and take a look. Really? What dance is this? What in the sweet baby Jesus is going on here? Also, this is not a two-car set. Alright, hopefully we can get going here. have no idea what's going on. This may be a bug. And they're definitely bugged. Yeah, let me help you guys. I think we may have found our first bug. No? You don't want to get in? Okay. It's your problem. And it's raining. First is off. Keys locked. Some brake. DRA's not on. I really don't know what the issue is. I think this is bugged. Curious. Yeah, this is bugged. So if I had a choice between buying this and not buying this, if you're on the fence about getting this, I would definitely say get it at £14.99. I don't think it's that bad of a price. If you do the math, it's roughly £5 per branch. Plus you get a free loco, which easily could have been on its own £15. So overall, I think the price is at a value. Also, you're getting more content. I'm pretty sure in the future, with the success of this Branch Lines DLC, more people will be coming out with branch lines. So you're probably looking at the future here. And I think it's really well put together. Of course, there's going to be some small minor things that need to be fixed and tweaked. But for the price, I don't think it's a bad deal. I quite enjoy it. I've been playing this for a couple of hours now, and I do not have any gripes with it. I have encountered one bug on one of the scenarios, but other than that, I am quite enjoying playing this thing. Is it something I'll hop in and play like, you know, every day for 3 or 4 hours. No, but it does exactly what it's supposed to do. They're branch lines. They're quick runs for people who don't have an hour to actually do a long run and just want to get some fun time in. So yeah, take it for what it's worth. I think it's a great DLC, and I will be streaming this at some point in the future. Probably not this Sunday though, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. BTC. But you can look forward to seeing this in the future as far as content from me. So yeah, I would say go ahead and pick it up. I think it's a nice route, and Incredible Trains has done a brilliant job with it. And that's my take as far as this DLC. If you guys enjoy my comments, just leave me a like, subscribe, share, leave me a message in the comments. Let me know what you think about this DLC. I look forward to hearing from you guys in the future. See you Sunday on the stream. Take care for now.